I take it you've come... I'll be happy to satisfy your... Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so... capacious. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little... relic. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say... Yes, so far as you've seen, all it does is change the picture on the secure... Some things are more easily shown than... Don't worry, you'll like what you... Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Glassing is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage ground and air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range engagements. The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educated. I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitter. Why would I want to go to war if their leaders weren't scheming to steal? The foundation is laid. My Securitrons on the strip are upgraded, and those at the fort... Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some... By my calculations, his death will... The Legion's aggression will outlive Caesar. Indeed, given a year, they'd have him deified. But by then, it's irrelevant. In the short term, General Oliver's strategy, or tunnel vision, he wants to outfight the Legion in a straightforward... A crushing, decisive victory of this sort would overshadow the tactical engineering. A good deal should be obvious to you. Yes, of course. But they've been good to their word. From what I hear, I'd want to eat at the Gourmand every night, if I were ambulatory. What else? Yes, I know. It was detected immediately. You thought... The next step is to add the Boomer's consent. I'd rather you... One of the followers of... Good luck planting a circle. I've resurrected Vegas, spirit... Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. To it... Years ago, when I detected NCR, I knew it was only a matter of time before an army... And so I recruited the 3 families. Indeed, it was. And would Kimball and Oliver have traded the line? They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kind. NCR forces were permitted to occupy who... They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip, and written into the treaty were provisions. That's how I harnessed the NCR. The salient issue is that they will go to war. There's just one reason why the NCR... The final battle between those 2 armies is fast approaching. What? It was a place of splendor. As magnificent as today's Strip may seem, it's but a shadow. I grew up not far from here, and by 2065 I deemed it a mathematical certainty that an atomic... I knew I couldn't save the world, nor did... I set to work immediately. I thought I had plenty of time. On the day of the Great Wars, my networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 30. A suboptimal performance. The platinum chip was printed in Sunnyvale. It was to have been delivered by courier the following afternoon. The chip contained vital software upgrades, but not just for my... Given that I had to make do with buggy software glitches set off a cascade of system crashes. I had to take the Lucky 30. For nearly 5 years, I battled power outages and more systems. I spent the next few decades in a veritable coma. Hoover Dam. The NCR had it up and running at 50% capacity within... What of it? I enjoy them. There's something... If you run across any... What... New Vegas is more... The city's economy is a blast furnace in which can... What is the NCR? A society of people desperate to experience... With all that money pouring in? Give me 20 years, 100 years, and my colony ship. I prefer the... I would rule as a chief executive. I would not answer to a board of directors. Nothing to impede progress. If... My judgment. I have no interest in abusing others. Nor have I any interest in being worshipped as some kind of... But autocracy? Firm... What? They occupied Nellis Air Force Base a little over 50 years ago. One of my... Odds are they were Use extreme caution. Recently, one of my roaming Securitrons observed a...